Here's another immigration quick tip brought to you by Landerholm Immigration.
If you have been in the United States without permission, or if you've overstayed a visa since April 1st of 1997, at any time until now, it can cause problems for a new visa or a new green card application. You have, in all likelihood, accrued what the law calls unlawful presence. And that means that it will cause you to be quote-unquote inadmissible at the time that you now seek to apply for a visa or green card. What do you do about this? Certain people should either not apply for their visa or green card if they're inadmissible and not eligible to do anything about it, or certain other people might be able to waive or ask forgiveness for their unlawful presence and their inadmissibility. How do you waive unlawful presence then? You waive it by showing and by proving and by filing an application that shows that you have a spouse who's a U.S. citizen or green card holder, or a parent who's a U.S. citizen or green card holder who would suffer quote-unquote extreme hardship if you were denied the visa. How do you show extreme hardship? This is a messy and murky area of the law. Have a lawyer. You want to point out the family ties that you have to the United States and that your loved one has in the United States. You want to point out the lack of family or community ties that that loved one has in your home country. You want to point out the ways that that person is financially dependent on them. How will they economically suffer if you are deported or if you're forced to stay out of the country and found inadmissible? You want to point out all of the ways that that person would suffer, financially, emotionally, psychologically, whatever the case may be, spiritually, okay? You also want to explain country conditions in your hometown. If your country is violent, if your town is violent, you don't want to subject your U.S. citizen spouse or your U.S. citizen parent to that violence, okay? In short, think of all of the ways that that person would suffer harm if you were forced to go back, or if that person were forced to go back with you, or think of all the ways that that person would suffer harm if you were forced to separate for a certain extended period of time. Put all of that evidence together with an application to the U.S. government and waive your inadmissibility so that you can get that green card and legalize your status here in the United States.
For more information, contact Landerholm Immigration, your Bay Area immigration lawyer. Landerholm Immigration, we fight for your American dream.